it going everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. So on today's video, as you can see in front of me, I've got UX-05, so this is Random Booster Select Shinobi Shadow. So 3 boxes, so I've gone ahead and purchased a confirmed set of 3, so that way I get all 3 versions of the Shinobi Shadow blade. As you can see, we've got our TT logo, you've got your Mani Limited sticker there, you've got your 3 different Shinobi Shadow blades, UX-05, and then you've got UX down there. So again, this is part of the unique line. So back of the box, again, you've got your 3 different versions and a parts breakdown for the prize Shinobi Shadow blade. Alright, well with that said and done, let's go ahead and just crack these 3 open, and then yeah, we'll take a look at each bay. So for those of you following the Beybladex manga and anime, you'll know that Shinobi Shadow is owned by Queen Manju, so she's I guess a veteran pro blader, who also happens to be the grandmother of King from Team Zuganic. So she's a pro blader with like 25 years of experience, and she's got like a win-loss record of 9,999 wins and 9 losses. Starting with our bit, we get MN, so this is metal needle, so this is the first, I guess, different material bit that we've had so far, so that's quite cool. So the actual shape of the point looks to be the same as the regular, needle bit, but obviously this one just being metal. For our ratchet, we get 180, so pretty interesting choice, I guess. We just had this one on Drone Buster. A little surprising that we're getting that on this blade, being that it's sort of like an uneven ratchet. I'm not quite sure why they chose this part, but yeah, anyway, so we've got 180. And our blade, we've got Shinobi Shadow, so this is the prize version. So as you can see, being a UX bay, we have the plastic launcher hooks there instead of what would usually be metal for the basic line, as well as the majority of the metal portion again is pushed to the outer of the blades. And as you can see, you've also got that Shinobi Ninja motif on the gear chip. Alright, so assembling our prized Shinobi Shadow blade. So there we have it fully assembled. So it's a pretty nice looking blade overall. I think the choice of the bit color is a little bit unusual. Like sort of it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the blade. Like the blade, you've got blues and purples and sort of tealy colors, but then the bit's quite different. So I don't know, it would have been nice if they sort of tied that in a little bit more with, I guess, the motif colors, and even if it was like a purple bit or a blue bit. So moving on to box number 2, we've got our black version of Shinobi Shadow. Again, we'll start with a bit, so we get LF, so low flat. Our ratchet, we get 960, so I'm a big fan of this part, so I think it's pretty cool that this one's been included. So obviously from Phoenix Wing, we saw 960, so really nice to have this part again. And the blade, again, Shinobi Shadow. So this is the black colorway, so super monochrome looking, predominantly just black, little bits of gray and blue on the motif. Alright, so assembling our black version of Shinobi Shadow. So there we have it fully together. So it's a very monochrome colorway for this one. So again, I think it would have been nice if they incorporated some blue into this one, maybe with the ratchet and bit, even maybe if the launcher hooks were blue. I think it would have been nice if they tied it back a little bit more into the color of the motif on the gear chip. Onto the third and final box, so box number 3. So this is our yellow version. Starting with the bit, we've got GP, so gear point. I really like this bit. I think it's super fun to use. I really like sort of its movements and how I guess it can be a little bit unpredictable, but yeah, I always find it super fun to use. So gear point. Ratchet, we get 370. And then we get our yellow Shinobi Shadow blade. Alright, so assembling this one. And there we have it, fully assembled. So again, same sort of thing with this one. So it would have been nice, in my opinion, if they threw a bit of orange into this one. Again, you know, tying it back into the motif color a little bit. You know, again, even if they've just done, you know, a ratchet or something in orange. Moving on, we've got some quick size comparisons. So throw it up next to Wizard Rod, so you can see how thick those big metal portions are on Shinobi Shadow, and then I guess how wide Wizard Rod still is. Then comparing it to a couple of basic line beys, so we've got one of my favorites, so Unicorn Sting. And then another basic line bay, we'll throw it up against a Random Booster bay, so we got Tyranno Beat, but this is the, I guess the green version. Okay, onto some spin tests. So throw in the prize version first. So movement wise, the bit's going to be pretty similar to Needle. However, I think the ratchet included on this one, 180, being unbalanced, does sort of affect the spin of this one quite a bit. Probably moves around a little bit more than what you'd probably expect. So it's also not going to be great for its stamina, but yeah. Then our yellow version. So again, GP, I really like this one. So, you know, it's quite good at, you know, short, quick sort of swipes around the stadium. So yeah, I really like this one. As I mentioned, it's a ton of fun to use. And then our black version. So LF, it's, yeah, pretty standard attack type. Gonna go ahead and do a couple of test battles now. So throwing our prize version up against Unicorn Sting. Let's see how this one does. So as you can see, it takes some really, really big hits. Ultimately loses balance due to, I guess it's to the bit and I guess the ratchet. So Unicorn Sting, yeah, takes this one with a spin finish. Round 2, let's go again with Unicorn Sting. So again, just like some huge hits. Yeah, it does seem to lose its balance quite quickly. I think also the lightweight of the blade probably doesn't help this one. Yeah, so again, spin finish from Unicorn Sting. And then one more, third and final round. So same sort of story, some really, really big hits. Good enough not to get KO'd, but yeah, I guess the combo of the bit and the ratchet makes this one a little bit unbalanced, so it's not quite able to withstand those hits long enough. So yeah, another spin finish. Now we'll do a couple of UX battles. So we'll throw the yellow version up against Drone Buster. So see how this one does. So Drone Buster is just absolutely huge hits, sending this bay, you know, flying around the stadium. Super close in the end, so I don't know, we'll go ahead and call this one a tie. It was pretty close. Round 2, we'll go with Drone Buster again. So similar to round 1, Shinobi is going flying around the stadium, absolutely destroying its spin. Yeah, Drone Buster with a spin finish. Third and final round, so blink and you'll miss it. Drone Buster absolutely bodies Shinobi, takes it with a spin finish easily, just smacks it so hard. So we'll do another UX battle. We'll go with the black version this time, and we'll throw it up against Wizard Rod. So some pretty big hits, but I guess the smoothness of the blades from Shinobi, it's not able to inflict much damage. So yeah, Wizard Rod takes this one with a spin finish. And we'll chuck it in again. So same thing, Wizard Rod, stamina's it's just too good. Withstands the hits and it's just able to easily outspin it. So yeah, I think I've seen enough. We'll call this one in the final round. Alright, so onto my final thoughts. So overall, a little let down by the non-prize color versions. I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of low effort in my opinion. The real monochrome or you know, fully yellow. Again, I think a little bit of color in there would have made this one a little bit more interesting, break up some of the sameness, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Overall though, it's definitely a unique looking blade, even down to the shape of the launcher hook, so they're really cool. It's a bit of a shame, it is quite a light blade, so its weight really does let it down. It's not super heavy, so it sort of gets knocked around fairly easily. So metal needle, it's nice to finally have some new bit materials, so who knows what that means for the future. Does this mean that we could see maybe a rubber bit soon? I think would be cool. Or maybe even some more, you know, some more metal bits. I feel like a metal flat would be great. Even like a metal orb or a metal ball would be like really, really nice. I feel like they would absolutely dominate the meta. So I do wonder if metal needle will be banned at some point if it is, you know, in fact damaging stadiums. I haven't heard much about it so far, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that actually is the case. Overall though, yeah, pretty nice looking blades, yeah, especially the prize version. The blade itself is really cool looking. I do like the color scheme of the prize version, just the bit color's a bit random in my opinion. Alrighty guys, well that is going to do it for today's video, so thanks for stopping by and checking this one out. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave me a comment down below and just let me know how you guys feel about this Shinobi Bay. Consider hitting that like button, hit subscribe. I've got heaps more Beybladex videos coming real soon. Got some Hasbro stuff coming up too, which is pretty cool. So until next time, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.